but it's hard to get people here 6 months a year. And one of the things we're thinking about is creating our own school. I think one of the sort of dominant critiques we all have of the psychosis of Western culture is the education system itself, which is essentially set up to create essentially for job creation. That's what it's vocational training, and it's a numbing. And so how do we create a school system that we could do an entire school year in 6 months, which then frees up the parents to deschool and unschool their children for the other 6 months? Also having this sort of shared economic engine, because a big part of the reason people leave is essentially that, right? And so if the model that we've been working with, and it's still hypothesis right now, right? Like we're only opening in January. It's called 50-25-25, which is all the profit from whether it's the surplus of a farm, the retreat center, the eco lodge itself, lines of business that might come out of this place, superfood companies, whatever, goes into one shared profit pool, and 50% of that profit comes back to the community. So it's one share, one vote, direct democracy. We decide together where will those funds go, and that sort of deepens our place here and the reinvestment in the land and all of that. And then 25% would go into profit sharing, like an ESOP, employee share ownership, where there's no distinction between labor and capital. So if somebody works on the land, or they're one of the partners who put in funds, they're profit sharing in that. And so there's some surplus and some dividend that gets distributed among people. And then 25% would go into a fund to try to help replicate these types of communities. So rather than more people coming here, which doesn't really make sense, right? It's not a huge piece of land. It's 88 acres. Half of it is rainforest that you wouldn't touch. Our plan is to cut the minimum amount of trees as possible and really work with the natural contours of the land. And so it's better to help other people set up their own communities, especially if they share our philosophy, which is, we're trying to create post-capitalist infrastructure, as we said earlier, right? Non-hierarchy, non-ownership of land, decommodification, et cetera, et cetera. And so, yeah, those are just some of the things. But and at the same time, you can't really control these things, right? And so it's just a balance of setting some structure in place, but also allowing for emergence.